Hello everyone, and welcome to today's ExtendScript QuickTip tutorial. Today we're going to be going over the $sign class, also known as the helper object. Now this is a class built into ExtendScript, so it's going to work whether you're scripting for After Effects, Premiere, Photoshop, or Illustrator. And all of these just have helpful classes to help us figure things out. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to go through line by line here and go through the most important ones. I've used all of these at some point, and you probably will too. So the first one is going to be, to call it, we just need to grab $sign and dot. And then we can start typing in something and it will give us options here. So you can see our first one is going to be the file name, and it says it's going to give us the name of the file. So if I just go $.filename and make sure I have my JavaScript console over here open by going to Window, JavaScript console. And if I just run this without saying alert or write line, it's going to just display what value we get. So if I run this inside of ExtendScript, I'm going to get the path where this script is located. Now you might get an error if you run this without saving your script, so make sure you save it to a location so it indeed does have a file name. So in this case it's in my videos folder and just called QuickTip $class design. So this is useful if you just need to get the script file name. You can also use the name to subtract from the path we're about to get, and that will allow you to get other data as well. The next tip we're going to go over is the .line operator. This is going to tell you what line in the script you're currently on. Now personally I haven't used this one yet, but I can see the use of it. So in this case, on the 7th line of code, we have our line operator. So when we run our line class here, we should get line 7. And as you can see, we get a 7. And if I were to say move it down a line, we should get 8. And also a quick shortcut I've never gone over is if you hit F5, you can run the script itself. So you can just spam F5 and keep getting your values. That way you don't have to, save, click on the play button, check your results, and go back and do it again. So that's the line operator. Next up is one we've kind of already gone over in a previous QuickTip video, and that is the OS operator. And that is the $.os. When we click on this, it's just going to give us the entire name of the OS we're currently running, not just Windows or Mac, but also the version and other information like how many bits you're using. And that's going to be useful just to help identify what OS the user is on. And that's kind of the nice thing about all of these helper objects is that they're more like system-wide information that you're getting, not necessarily related to scripting directly, but it helps you interact with the user's PC to gain more information and make better decisions when you're coding. Next up we have a nice cool one, which is the color picker. This will load up the default color picker on your system. We call this by using $.colorpicker, and then it is a method, so we need to call it or construct it here. So hit F5 to run, and you can see we're going to go ahead and load up our system color picker. And since I'm using Windows 7, I've got this older one with me. In fact, if I go up to the object model viewer and I go to the core JavaScript classes $sign, if I go down here to color picker, here it is, we can actually pass through a color number, and that will basically load it as the default color. So say we put in red, it would start out like this, and then we could select our color. Next up, we have a very useful function called Eval File. This takes one simple argument, and that is simply a file object, which of course has our path. So to demonstrate this, on my desktop, I have a file called alert hello. All this does is simply alerts hello. So if I run it, it says hello. The goal now is to use Eval File to run this script. It's sort of like including a library, except in this case, we're just going to run the file as our system normally would. So in this case, in theory, if we run this JSX file, it should simply alert hello. So again, all we need to do is pass through a file object. Likewise, we could do something like this, var file equals file, and then paste in the path here. So if I go ahead and run it in the original state with eval file, F5, we're going to get alerted hello. Now if I replace it with just our file variable, we're going to get these same results. So again, this can be used to run any type of file, and it will run it using the default settings your system has. Next up we have sleep. This is a very useful function for extensions primarily because of their asynchronous nature, where JavaScript and JavaScript extended files are running not at the same time. So sometimes when you make an extension, you have certain values you need to push through to an After Effects script, and this can take some time. Say you're returning a bunch of files or folder paths, it could take a few milliseconds or even seconds to get those values. So sometimes it can be useful to tell the script to just sleep for a couple of milliseconds and then continue executing code. So all we need to do is type in $.sleep, and the only argument it takes is the number of milliseconds. So if I say 5 seconds, and then after that I'm just going to alert, after that I'm going to eval our file. That way it'll wait 5 seconds and then say hello. So let's count it. Run it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's going to say hello. So this is just the number of milliseconds the script is going to wait before continuing to execute the lines of code. So it's going to stop here at line 17 and then go and evaluate our file after 5,000 milliseconds. And then lastly is one that we always use, and that is the writeLine method. This is just allowing us to write data inside of our console log over here. It is a little bit different than just having the values appear as the result of the entire program, but allowing us to just write whatever we want, whether it be a variable or just text, is really useful and allows us to easily debug our JavaScript scripts. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's quick tip tutorial. That's all about the $sign class, also known as the helper object. If you have any more requests for tutorials or ideas, feel free to comment them down below. But as always, make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe, and the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next time.